Yo, what's up? Welcome to Respecters Cut. You might have just come from our episode 3, and now we're going to talk about episode 4 of Alien Isa. Oh, ho, you thought I was going to say it again. I will not. It's Alien Earth, baby. We're getting it right this time. I am here, Jonny, joined by... Christian,
Oh,
you okay?
what?
You all right there, buddy?
Sorry, I had to like. I'm sorry. I had to like reboot. You added an extra syllable to my name, and it changed everything.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is that. Okay, that makes sense. That checks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are here. We are not synthetic. We are real humans. Glad we covered that. Now we are going by new names, Jonny and Christian. I've just been known by Jonny, and I was like, you know what? John's too
Too formal.
too far. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I should be in a business interview?
Oh my.
Oh, mama. I mean, maybe I'd get the job with these guns.
Yeah, and I changed. Oh, it's on that side. I changed to Christian because I only have ever been called Chris at work, and this isn't work. This is fun. I'm having fun, and I also Jonny got 2 syllables, and I was jealous, and I wanted 2 syllables too.
Yes. So
But
Jonny,
now I have more letters.
you had more letters anyway. But welcome to the show.
Welcome to Respect
Cut.
is good. But we don't just watch movies.
That's right. Respect them. And today we're talking about.
Usually the other way. Anyway, what are we talking
It
about?
is usually
Alien
that
Earth.
was a nice switch. I like that.
Yeah.
This is episode 4 of Alien Earth, and my investment in the show has been renewed and reinvigorated, and I am liking it. But first, we're going to get into a spoiler-free section of our general thoughts about the episode.
Yes.
Chris, hit me with them thoughts.
Let me hit you with some premium, absolute high quality, genuine thoughts right now.
Oh,
You aren't ready
supreme.
for these thoughts, John.
I'm not. I'm not.
Listen,
Christian.
So I like it. I like the episode. It is more
Yes.
building off of
More.
what happened in episode 3. Definitely.
I'd like to hope so.
Yeah, of course. I love building things. But this episode is introducing some very interesting plot threads, developing already established plot threads in interesting ways. I think the word of the day for this episode is interesting.
Okay. Okay, I like it. I'm right there with you. My score will definitely keep improving as the show keeps improving. I have to say, I love the cinematography opening of every episode. They nail it. They set the mood. It's just great, and I particularly liked this one. I have it in my notes, although I can't currently remember what it was, unfortunately. But yeah, the show is getting into interesting things. We are diving deeper into what these children are encountering, how they're adjusting or not to their new bodies and situations. And I don't want to hold back anymore, Chris. Let's do our scores so we can get right into spoilers.
All right, let's do our scores. I went first last time. It's your turn.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm in.
An 8. An 8.
I'm in.
He's in. He's in,
Yes,
folks.
we
You
went
know
from
what?
what did I give it? 6.5 to 5 to 7.75, 8. Yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
He's in. He's in. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I liked this episode, but I can't strongly say that I liked it. I'll say I liked it more than last episode, but not by an incredible amount. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Okay. Okay. That's solid. I mean, that's a high score.
That's solid. I've seen 8.5s and they were solid.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, now we're getting into our spoiler section. So, we're assuming that you have seen the episode, and if you haven't, you've been warned.
You've been warned.
Chris, I loved the there's a scene here where there's like a doll head on a beach
Yeah.
being washed away, and I actually love the artistic representation of like these kids' innocence, like just getting killed. Like that's essentially what it meant to me. Like they're always reaching for the soul of, and he's eating it. Oh, soul eater, Christian. Wow, this you really have turned a new leaf since your reboot. I just love that cinematography. You know, they have this random doll washing up on a beach, and then it just gets taken away. It's really cool and creepy. Dolls are always creepy to me. So with all the mangled hair, and it just to me it was like, oh, cool. Like they're actually taking time to be artistic with the film, and that adds layers, so it doesn't really feel shallow. And it's just to me that represented these kids and their innocence is going to be going away fairly soon if it hasn't already.
It's definitely going away. Definitely for some of them, probably has already. So this episode, it opened after Wendy had heard the noises, and she was like being interviewed. Basically, they were asking her like, "Oh, do you hear it?" Like she couldn't hear anything at first,
which was so cool. They turned her ears off.
Yeah, they turned her ears off, and then like they like changed the frequencies that she can hear, and then she can hear it. And for some reason, only she can. The other synthetic kids, they can't hear it. And they basically ask her, "Do you want to hear it?" Or her brother doesn't want her to hear it. She wants to turn it off, but she wants to hear it. She wants to hear the aliens.
Yeah. At the same time, Boy Cavalier and her, they were like, "Well, do you want me to turn it off?" And her brother's like, "Yes." And they're both like, "No," for different reasons.
Exactly.
But still, so cool. So cool.
Yeah. If I was in that situation, I'd be like, "No, you turn that crap off. Listen, I get migraines already." That noise.
If there was a way that she could understand what it's saying, then I'd be like, if it were me, I'd be like, keep it on.
Yeah.
I get to do. I'm the only being in existence that's ever been able to do this. Keep it on.
Yeah. Although very interesting, her being able to recreate the noise.
Yes. It was neat. It was almost corny, but it was neat. Because I was like, okay, she is synthetic. I guess
like she, I mean, you got to think if she's synthetic, her vocal cords probably are literally speakers almost. Like, so if you just, it made me start thinking like, wow, if I had a speaker as vocal cords, could I just think of a sound and make it? Like, could I just start playing?
That is
like
neat.
Like the scene from freaking Lilo and Stitch where he has his finger on the record and he opens his mouth and it's just Elvis playing.
Yes.
Like, could I just do that?
Yes. It's funny you bring that up. I feel like I've thought about that probably ever since I saw that movie and that scene. My brain was like, oh, that would be such a crazy thing to do with your voice box. And now here we are, however many years later since Lilo and Stitch, and we're actually seeing it.
Disney's doing it again.
We're doing it again. Yeah, I really like how things are developing. I think Boy Cavalier is showing more of his utilitarian attitude towards everything. I do think he's being a little cliche with how like inconsiderate he's being. It's like, okay, all right, we know now he is the trillionaire douche. That's him. And I feel like it's a little cliche. But, you know, is what it is. He's not my favorite actor, again, or he's not my favorite character, I should say. I don't want to insult the actor.
I think the actor's actually doing a really good job of portraying the character.
But I really liked how they both said no at the same time for two different reasons.
Yeah.
You know, she is curious, and he wants the clout or the science or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you feel about her being able to do this? Do you feel like it's too far out of the realm of sci-fi? That's kind of weird to say.
Depends on why. I need a reason. Like, this is like I said in the last video.
Like if the aliens are like, chirp, chirpity chirp, we just want peace. We just want to mate with your mother.
No. See that's
peace and love.
No, wrong. The aliens, the xenomorphs, they don't want peace. They never wanted peace.
Just let us
no,
into your territory.
No, shut up. I don't want to hear it. the xenomorphs, they don't want peace, and they want to hug our faces and burst out of our chests. It's not happening. Not on this planet. Go back to your planet. We're gonna build an orbital wall.
We're gonna make them pay for it.
We're gonna make the xenomorphs pay for it.
All right. So, what resolution would have you pleased?
I actually have no idea.
That is what concerns me a little. It's like
I don't know what could explain it, and what could explain it that would actually make sense in the universe. One thing I'm still liking the show, but one thing I'm kind of I have a minor issue with is that it takes place before the first film. Like, really? Like, we can't have the first film be the first time things happen. Like, we have to add this prequel thing where now, actually, the aliens, we've encountered them before, and they ran rampant in a freaking tower and killed a bunch of people. But I'm still hoping...
and then once we learned how to talk to them in their native language, they stopped.
Yeah, we actually talked to them.
But we lost all that history because we all, you know.
Yeah, in the span of like 2 years, because this takes place like 2 years.
Yeah, see, that's the areas where I start getting concerned because I'm like, I just rewatched that first movie last night.
Yeah.
And
amazing.
These people clearly have no idea how to handle a face hugger, an alien, not knowing this stuff bursts out of someone's chest, like all this stuff. So for us to be learning now that there is a way to talk to them, all I'm thinking is Endgame, somehow this information has to get lost.
Okay, to be fair, the people, the Nostromo from the first movie, they're in space during the show.
True.
They're in cryo sleep right now. So they would have no way to get at this information, which this information is being held on this island as far as we know. So it's not very likely that the wider human race knows about it anyway. And it's being held by a rival company from Wayland Utami. So they're definitely not going to give them the information.
That's true.
So there's
a
lot of reasons. I just don't like that they're making it to where now this is the first time humans have dealt with that. Well, this might not even be the first time that humans have dealt with xenomorphs. But these are just minor things. Like, depending on how the show ends, it could be not an issue. I still hate how the alien looks. I hope they say there's a reason it doesn't look like it does in the first film.
Would you rather they don't ever address it, or they give you a reason but it's subpar?
I would take any reason.
Okay. So you want any reason over not knowing?
No, there needs to be a reason. Like, if they give me a reason, that's infinitely better than them saying nothing. Because if they say nothing, that means it's just supposed to be the same alien, which it's not. It's a different design. Honestly, my headcanon right now is they're just gonna go with like what Alien 3 did, and it came out of a different animal, and that's why it looks different. Because
that's
my headcanon.
It came out of a cockroach. It
came out of a cockroach.
Tiny little cockroach. We get a really brutal sheep scene.
Oh, yeah.
Experiment. Very cool how it stood up. I was like, dude, this is sick, because it's also showing us this little eyeball octopus can inhabit anything, and maybe the first thing it does is stand up like a bipedal creature. Because that's what it did with the sheep. The sheep like stood up like a human. I was like, this is some creepy shit. And then it was like, it like learned the body and it was like, I need to be down on all fours.
Yeah. So and then it just stares at them like they talk about how like the beta waves or alpha waves, like they start rapidly increasing, so that this thing is smart, like this thing's intelligent. And I was like, yeah. And this whole time I was just thinking, what if that thing like crawled in my room right now?
No.
No.
That's my answer. No.
No. How strong are those little tentacles? Could I keep it off of me and then crush it in my hands?
Technically, the biggest part is the eyeball. So if you just grab it, you really just have to squeeze it and you'll probably pop the thing.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it's not an actual octopus that has some kind of beak that could bite you.
Oh, yeah.
That would freak me the hell out. So
I actually had a somewhat like mildly heart attack inducing moment while watching this episode.
Do tell.
Okay, I will tell. It refers to the end of the episode, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So the end of the episode, we find out that little thing that they pulled out of the facehugger was, as you said, it was the embryo of a xenomorph. I thought it was some parasite. I didn't. That never even crossed my mind. But yes, it was the embryo, and apparently it doesn't need to be in a full person to grow. It can just be in a lung that is being artificially pumped, which is interesting, which also brings back why I said, it probably wouldn't be very different if Facehugger got on Morrow with him being a cybernetic, because if it comes out normally from a lung, it probably come out normally from a mostly human, just with robot parts. But when Wendy is sitting there looking at the lung, and then the freaking little chest burster, or we're gonna call this the lung burster, bursts out, and like she's messing with it. I was thinking in my head, oh, dude, imagine like some little thing scurrying around in my room like that little snake thing. I'd hate that. And then on my wall crawls a lizard, and I'm like, "Oh, is that?"
No
and I see the lizard. I'm like, "Oh, it's a lizard." Okay. And I go back to watching the show for a bit, and then I turn and it's gone. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a lizard in my room now.
Wow, dude, bro. The lizard, he just knew. He could hear your thoughts like Wendy, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna freak him out. Watch this." Yeah. He told his buddies, he's like, "Yo, watch this."
Yeah, because I was literally just watching the show, and it crawled on my wall over there, corner of my eyes. So I just see something move. I'm
dude,
like,
that's horrifying. I'm not gonna lie, because that was a weird, tense scene as well.
Yeah.
Thoughts about it growing out of the lung? Do you think it is going to be the same level of alien? Do we think it's going to look different? Or does it really just need to feed off of human blood? Is that all it needs?
Well, the chest burster already looks different than it did in the first movie, because the one in the first movie is like a pale yellowish color, and it has like little kind of arms on it.
True.
This one doesn't look like it had arms, and it's a lot more of a darker color. So,
yeah. I did see arms. They were just like wrapped onto the chest, like it wasn't developed yet.
I think Romulus did that sort of thing. I think they did that in Romulus. So I'm interested to see if this thing grows up, what is it going to look like? I would really like if it doesn't look like the alien did the rest of the show, but it probably will, and I'll probably be disappointed because that's just going to be what the alien looks like in this show. And I hate you.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry. Sorry, Alien from Alien or Alien Earth. Chris hates you. It did remind me of you talking about like a snake in your room. A buddy of mine, I was over at his house at a party this summer, and I opened his back door as I was going to leave to go into his house to get my stuff, and I kicked something, and I looked down, and what do I see but a big black snake slithering by my foot under his couch, and I was like, "Hey, bro, we got to get this thing out of here." And we did remove the snake.
You did remove the snake.
Yeah, I could go into that story, but I don't want to bore our viewers.
Yes,
he did leave a little mark on my hand when he did bite me, but we got him out. He was fairly large. He was like 6 foot at least.
Oh wow.
I'm curious. I guess they all look the same when they first come out. Like, who's to say? This alien's going to grow up to look different. I'm assuming it's just going to be a normal alien.
Yeah.
But
normal for the show, at least.
Yeah. There's a really good line about her hearing when what's his face? Boy Cavalier is talking with Wendy. I love the reference that they actually do make here about Peter Pan. He's like, "You're like the crocodile in the clock." Like the reference. He's like, you fought
the crocodile, and now you can hear the tick tick tick.
Yes, I was like, that's actually cool. I was like, that's cool. That's a good use of the material.
Yeah.
So, something I missed in episode 3 that we forgot to talk about. There's like another girl that doesn't get much screen time, and now she's trying to be like the favorite.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool. I like this dynamic. I actually like this chick. She's interesting. She's like much colder. So I'm wondering at what age she was when she transferred. She doesn't seem as young as some of the other kids. And there's a mosquito in my room, and I'm gonna.
There's a mosquito.
I hate mosquitoes so much.
I I dislike mosquitoes, but cockroaches are the bug that I get
Mm,
filled with rage when I see.
mm,
Um, but that whole scene about where she's talking about like, oh, I learned French by just having it basically uploaded into her brain. I was like, oh, dude, make me a synthetic. I Japanese, French,
yes.
German, how to play the piano.
Yeah. 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 It brought back that Matrix feeling for me when he's like,
Yeah,
I know Kung Fu.
I know.
Yeah. Cool stuff, man. I like how she's trying to fight to become the favorite. And
Yeah,
he's like, you're not, but you're close.
you're in the
And
race. You're in the running.
yeah. And then something I think what's going to come down the pipeline here is that Boy Cavalier is not going to like how emotional Wendy is
Hmm.
because she is very like empathetic, and that
Hmm.
is not at all in his wheelhouse. So she may be the
Yeah,
favorite now, but I think something down the pipeline is going to come where she upsets him or she's no longer the favorite for some reason.
yeah. I was noticing that because when he was talking to the other girl who's trying to become the favorite now, it was seeming like he was really enjoying the conversation,
Yes.
which is the thing that he said he wanted to have an interesting conversation.
Hmm.
So, maybe she's going to become the favorite, and then maybe they're going to fight to the death, and Wendy's going to decapitate her just like she did the alien.
And that would be badass.
That would be freaking sick. Yeah.
And if it's cool,
That is justified.
it's justified. So.
Exactly.
One thing I actually do really like, a small detail. I know I'm talking about Boy Cavalier a lot, but again,
It's
I'm
on
just
your
coming
mind.
back around to this show, so there's more
Mhm.
things I'm appreciating. I love how she goes pinky promise, and he goes and grabs her pinky. I was like, this is actually hilarious because I think it shows how socially awkward he is, and
Mhm.
perhaps he never actually ever experienced that in
He
whatever
never
world he grew up
experienced
in.
a pinky promise.
Yeah, so he just goes like and grabs it. I'm like, I was cracking up. I was cracking up.
If anyone ever asks me to pinky promise, that will now be how I do it. I
Yes,
will grab your pinky,
that would be how we do
and then
it.
I will proceed to do that. I will proceed to break your pinky finger.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. But we have a problem, and our problem is Nibs.
Nibs. Oh, dude,
She's a problem.
she's pregnant.
Well, yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
She apparently.
I would say that yes, if she was in the room with me, I would say yes, you are absolutely pregnant.
Is that the baby Jesus?
are, are you Mother Mary? Um, she is getting very aggressive, very territorial, very pregnant.
Very pregnant.
And
Very.
she's been freaking out ever since she had that trauma with the alien thing.
Yeah, with
The
the
alien
freaking
eyeball.
eye thing getting on her. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm assuming what's my prediction is it has something to do with her synthetic brain, and it's just a weirdness with like the human brain or the human like consciousness being put into the synthetic brain, and then it's a child and it's dealing with like stressful situations that a child shouldn't be dealing with. So it's like she's got PTSD, but she's
Mm,
like an android, so it's like it's like an error. She's having a error, a 404 error
mm.
in her brain, which
Yeah,
is
she needs
making her
some
think.
sliders corrected.
Yeah, she needs some sliders corrected. She like straight up looked like she was about to kill that girl. The,
Dame Sylvia.
yeah,
Dame, yeah,
yeah.
the caretaker, the mother. I don't really know.
I guess sort of like the like psychologist, I guess you would say. Um, yeah, she gonna kill her. She had to like call
She gonna kill
security
somebody.
in. She gonna kill somebody, and she had to like get security in to basically take her to her room, and then like, oh yeah, lock her down. We got a code 3. Tell your supervisor; he'll
Yeah,
know what that means. Which I'm
yeah.
interested to know what that means. I don't know what that means. What does
I don't know what
code
that
3
means.
mean?
Code
None
three
of us know what
doesn't
that
sound
means.
good.
Doesn't sound good at all.
Doesn't sound good at
Uh,
all. But yeah, nice tense scene there. That was cool.
yeah,
Um,
I'm very interested.
I really like Kirsch. He's grown on me a lot. He's just this like watchful eye. Just observe. He's just the observer, which I think is the
Yeah.
name of this episode. He's interesting. He's not quite as pushy and experimental as Daniel from Prometheus. Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's giving me those vibes though, of like, oh, what does this do? What happens here? Because he's just kind of watching things happen, especially
Yeah.
with the sheep.
Yeah, the androids have always kind of been like that in the franchise, from what I can tell, or at least a good number of them. They've always been very fascinated by like the xenomorph and other like alien organisms. And I really like how I'm very interested to see where it goes now that he actually knows about Morrow talking to Slightly. And he knows because Morrow gave Slightly an ultimatum.
Yes. Probably the most interesting part of this. Maybe not the most interesting. There's a lot of things going on in this episode, but
One of the more
the
interesting.
developments of Morrow and Slightly.
So Slightly was a big dumb child, which he is because he's a child, and he told him his first and last name. Morrow was like, "Heck yeah, I'm gonna find your family."
Yep.
And he did, and he found his mom, and he was like, "So, I am going to do a little something to your family. If you don't take somebody to the egg and let the thing in the egg get on their face
and do the thing, and do
the do, and then hide them for about a day."
Yeah, and he's like, he's like, I won't lie, they're gonna have a bad couple of days. He's like, but they'll be all right. I'll make sure they're fine. And then we see Slightly standing outside Joe's window. And I'm like, at that moment, because I wasn't thinking about who he would have grabbed, I'm like, oh shit. Oh, poor Joe. He does not know.
I kind of thought Joe.
I
kind of thought Joe immediately, just because, like, who else would he be able to get?
I guess because he didn't have as much of my attention this episode that I'd forgotten about him with everything else going on.
Yeah.
So, possible Joe face hugger sacrifice.
Maybe, but then we also have the lung burster that's already out, which is, I think, what Morrow wants. So
yeah, that could be. I could save Joe's life, and maybe it's a Wendy says like, I'll go with my new kid, because now I think that she is mother. That's my last note in here, is that I just said she is mother. yeah,
because we talked about it earlier, like the end with the whole lizard thing. But yeah, the end of this episode is the freaking thing coming out of Joe's lung that they have, and Wendy starts talking to it. She starts doing the thing where she replays the sound. It. And the thing like looks at her and lets her like pet it, and I'm like, what the. What? Yeah. I'm like, what are they doing? This show is doing things in the alien like film verse that has never been done before. Like, the only thing I know similar to this is from a comic that I hadn't read, but I know about, and they have a xenomorph. I think his name is Jerry or something like that. And he smokes cigars, and he talks, and he freaking fights other aliens.
He's like, only you can put out forest fires.
He's more like, heck yeah, boys, let's get them, kill them aliens. We're on a bug hunt.
Pew! Yeah. It's skirting the line of concerning me, taking all these liberties, and intriguing me. So.
The more this show goes on, the more I'm just like, how are they gonna cap this off? Because they're doing, like I said, they're doing things in the show that you've never seen done on screen in Alien before.
Which after what was it? The film came out in 1979.
Yeah.
Like, after this many years, they gotta innovate to keep it interesting, right? Like, we gotta do something.
Undoubtedly, yeah, do new things, but they're doing things that I wouldn't have expected.
Yes.
But I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm more saying, like, it could be awesome. Like, they could the way with this show ending, them doing these new things could be super sick and awesome and really add to like the alien lore. Alien still looks terrible, but
yeah, that's the biggest gripe.
That's the big gripe with me. Or they could end the show and they did these super out of left field things and they did it really bad, and now you make me angry, and now I'm gonna go back and watch the first movie again as a palate cleanser.
Yes, and then we just retcon this and we pretend that it's not actually a part of the cinematic universe, just like season 8 of Game of Thrones. Which would be very sad. I again, like I'm in. I want to know. It's raising enough questions, and the experiments are getting fun. The variables are getting fun. Bad things are coming down the pipeline. That's all I know. Bad things are coming. Where is it going to happen first?
I think episode 5. I mean, we left on quite the note with episode 4. Mm-hmm. I think when I watch episode 5 tomorrow, it's gonna be crazy. I think some crazy stuff is gonna happen next episode.
Yeah, I kind of get those vibes.
This is officially like we're past the halfway point now. We're in the end game now, boys.
Yeah, we are. Episode 5. There's only 4 left. So
exactly.
We didn't do best and worst with this series. We could try if you want. Like best and worst for the episode. But
we didn't do it with episode 3, so I mean,
no, we didn't. We'll save it for next time if we think of it.
Yeah.
But something I'm very interested in that I didn't think I would be as interested in is the eyeball octopus.
The eyeball octopus.
Because of how intelligent they say it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is this thing and what does it want?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it just wants to kill things.
I think
it just seemed like it wants to survive and maybe take on the next biggest thing. So my mind is like, what happens if it gets in a synth? What happens if it gets in an alien?
Would it even be able to get in a synth and like control it because it's not organic?
Yeah, like how far does this thing go?
I don't think it can get in an alien. 1, aliens don't have eyes that you can see.
Oh, true. Okay.
And 2, they have acid for blood.
Okay, I think that checks that box. So that's a no. If it gets in a synth, probably nothing. But it did try getting into nibs. So
it did, but maybe it just can't. Maybe it just can't sense how like the facehugger eggs can. Like they sense like warmth and stuff, and they know when like something living is nearby. Maybe it just can see things because I mean it doesn't have like noses or anything. So
yeah, so
maybe it just sees something, and it sees something, and it's like you have an eyeball.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's literally it. Maybe it like identifies eyeballs and is like, oh, a new home, like a hermit crab.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just looking for its most comfortable place to be an eyeball.
Yeah. So very curious to see what human that will eventually end up getting into. Because
I feel like that's gonna be gnarly. That's gonna be gnarly. Whenever it gets into a person, that's gonna be gnarly, dude. We saw it get into that freaking sheep, dude.
Yeah. And it started like using its vocal cords and making noises. So I'm like, dude, if this thing gets in a human, I don't doubt that it could learn to talk.
I would love to see. I want to see them do. Hopes I have for the future episodes is 1. I want to see the alien do alien things. I like seeing alien do alien things. I want to see this eyeball do eyeball things. I like seeing the eyeball do eyeball things. And I want to see what that plant thing they got is going to do. The hanging thing from the episode 2. Because they brought that. Might
be where episode 5 reveals a new stone.
Yeah, so. And I would love to see the aliens do new weird things that we've never seen them do before. I mean, they're already doing things we haven't seen them do before, but I want to see more.
Yes. Yes. And I think we're buckling up. I think we're kind of taking that roller coaster up to the top.
We are. I think I've said my piece on episode 4. Excited for episode 5.
It's time for episode 5. Chris, what's your score?
I already gave.
Was it 8.5?
It was an 8.5.
8.5? That's what you're landing on. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think I said 8. So yeah, that's it. That's our thoughts. Episode 4.
Those are our thoughts on episode 4 of Alien Earth, not Alien Isolation. Because if it was Alien Isolation, it'd be a 10 out of 10 from me.
It'd be a 10 out of 10.
We did it.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
See you guys next time for the next episode of Respecters Cut. See you in episode 5. And everything else that we review. Please subscribe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. I gotta reboot Christian. Hold on. I got you, buddy. Don't worry about it.
No.
No. You have to. You have to.